All righty then. Here we go once again. It's raining outside and hey, I gotta get out there in it today. Going back to work. My second day back after this vacation I've been on. But that's okay too. That's okay too. Want to thank God, first of all, that I got a job to go to. So before I'm learning more and more each day. Before you start complaining, thank God first. That'll knock some of that complaining out the way. So this morning, though, I wanted to drop in and just to share a few words. Prayerfully, they're inspiring and encouraging for you to go a little bit further. Um, and I wanted to talk about testing positive. Testing positive when it seems like all the odds are against you. Testing positive when it feels like and it looks like and it seems like all the odds are against you. Seem like everything around you is falling apart. Seem like you just can't get it together. But somehow you stay the course. So when I say testing positive, I'm talking about being able to withstand the test of times. Even when it looks like all the odds are against you. You know, so very often we'll get up sometimes in the mornings with our head hung down because we've took something from yesterday into today. And instead of letting it go, we just hang on to that thing. And what it does is it begins to make us feel such a way that we really don't like feeling. And most of our feelings, when we take things from one day into another, we experience a lot of weariness. And weariness steps in because that thing begins to overwhelm you. And most of the times, what we take into the next day of our lives is negative things. But I'm here to tell you this morning, you already done tested positive. Positive in what manner? Positive that you can make it another day. Positive that that result, what the doctor gave you, you don't have to just live on that. You get up and you doing something about it. You testing positive because see that thing that you thought you was gonna lose on yesterday, God already took care of that. You tested positive. You tested positive when you had thrown in all the chips in life. You felt like I just can't go another mile. But somehow you woke up and you had a little more energy. You had a little more strength. You had a little more tenacity. You strengthen your integrity. It's just things about you that you continue to build on, no matter what the odds say that are against you. There are some things and some people that God has moved out of your life. You didn't do it because if you had to do it on your own, you never would have done it. But God stepped in and God said, no, I need you to realize and recognize that you test positive. In other words, you fireproof. Those odds that's being set up against you, I got that. I've already taken care of that. See, we linger too much on the past. So that's why we can't get to our future in such a way that is beneficial to us. Sometimes we kill ourselves. Don't nobody have to do nothing to us to destroy us. Sometimes we do that to ourselves. You might say, well, how is that? Okay, how we can get ourselves in situations in life. And I'm just speaking what's laid on my heart to speak out and prayerfully and hopefully that it inspires you to not look at the things that's going on around you Think about the things and think on the things that's in front of you, that's there to strengthen you, that's there to build you up. Stay focused. That's the main thing. Stay focused. It's so important to stay focused because, I'm going to use this example that just happened to me recently, okay? As everyone knows, I went out on vacation last week, but at the beginning of the week, I had to go to meet with the radiologist, right? So I've got cancer on my mind. I've got this thing on my mind, like what I'm going to do, how I'm going to disclose this to my daughter, how and other family members. And if this thing is really real, if it's really happening. Now I'm talking about cancer because I don't want to test positive on that, right? In that manner of having it. And we can, if we are all honest, none of us want that. If it's anything in life that we are fearful of, it is cancer. Because it just have taken so many of our loved ones and friends, and it's just a horrible disease, right? So I'm in there and I'm doing what I need to do. And then the radiologist comes in and says, "You all right?" I'm saying you all right, but says, "Okay, we'll see you back in 6 months. But for right now, you okay." I'm telling you, it was like God whispered in my ears, "I've been taking care of you all this time. How do you continue to react to things and with things I've already taken care of for you? And I already knew the end results. I just needed you to trust me." See, I didn't test positive for cancer. I test positive when I could hear the voice of God, that he was still with me. He's still with me no matter what. He's still delivering me no matter what. He still loves and cares about me no matter what. And he knows the end results no matter what. I tested positive. Positive in my walk. Positive in my talk. Positive that God said, if you just stay focused on me, if you just do what I tell you to do, if you get away from the flashy things, we like to be around the flashy people. We like to be around the people that we think get a little more attention than we get and got a little more money than we have and can do a few more things than we can. And God say, I'm everything you need. Everything you need. I am that. I am your strength when you are weak. I was in there. I met you. In that room before you got there. And I spoke to the radiologist before she came into that room to speak to you. See, there are some major things. There's some major things in life that you got to stay focused on because the minor things don't even matter. What's major in your life that you need to focus on? It takes me back into my days of college. You got majors that you take, right? Those courses, that's what that degree that you are in, that you're trying to accomplish, that's your major. But you got some majors in life, real life, that you got to focus on in order to pass the test. To pass the test. People say there are no instructions for life. Them 66 books, that's your instructions. It tells you how to deal with sadness. It tells you how to deal with worry. It tells you how to deal with loneliness. It tells you how to deal with healing and sickness and all these things that we face as individuals. And the reason why it's in there, so you can test positive. How you going to test positive? Because you're going to stand on his word. You are going to do what thus said the Lord. You are going to trust him like never before. You're going to be fireproof. Fireproof. And like I said a few minutes ago, I was being tested in my faith. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to be honest, and I believe anybody that's listening to me will say, don't nobody like the word cancer. And don't nobody want those results. Because we've saw how that disease has disrupted family units, has taken away loved ones, has changed our lives forever. And when I said, when all the odds, I felt like they were against me. Because I go and I do what I needed to do, then they turn around and they make another appointment, and then I go and I do what I need to do. And then it's just like, at first I was okay. But you keep calling me back. Then, this last time, I meet with the radiologist. And the radiologist before this had to cancel because something was going on in her own personal life. So, here I go. I got to wait it out. But see, God was testing me. He was testing me. People say, well, God won't test you, But I'm just saying that this morning, it was a trying of my faith. That's what it was. He was trying my faith in him. We have got to recognize there's so many things in our life that we're testing positive when all the odds seem like they're against you. When it seems like sometimes everything that you're trying to do, nothing works. Nothing works. But you know what? God is saying it didn't work out your way. It's working out my way, the way I want it to work out. I was sharing with a young man on yesterday. Your success and the way you get to your success is not the same way that somebody else gets to theirs, but you will get there. You're going to test positive. What you mean by that, Miss James? I said you're going to test positive. You know how you're going to test positive? It looks like right now, it looks like all the odds are against you. But where the devil said that's what it was going to be, God said, no way. I've already set you up. I've already set you up. Somebody needs to hear this, and it is true. God said, I already set you up in my favor, set you up in my likeness, set you up in my blessings, set you up in my love. I've set you up in my peace. I've set you up for directions. I have set you up because I have placed my angels all around you. All around you. Because if I had left you, you would have already been destroyed. If we're honest with ourselves and honest with God, you know what? We already know. If he had taken his hands off of us, if he had not allowed us to be surrounded by his angels, those things that were against us, those odds that were against us would have wiped us out, would have taken us to a place where we may have never been able to recover. But you know what he reminded me of when I was waiting on that radiologist to come in that room? And I was sitting in this room. You know how those rooms look when you go in there trying to waiting on them results. And I'm sitting in this room. And God reminds me. He reminds me, just like I was there with Meshach and Abednego, I'm here with you. I'm in this furnace with you. Just like I was there with them. I was in the fiery furnace with them, and I still go in fiery furnaces today. I still go in them. See, I don't change my course. See, you got some people that change course on you. They like you when you're doing what they like. And then when you're not doing what they like, they don't like you. But God says, I don't care what you go through. I'm going to always love you. And I don't need a reason to love you. I just love you. See, we looking for reasons that we love somebody because. No. I just love you. I don't need a reason to love you. I just love you. That's what God was telling me. I don't need a reason to love you. And that's how I am. I know within myself that agape, that godly type love, I don't need a reason to love you. I just love you. I don't look for no reasons to love you because I just love you. And I'm glad that God gave me that type of a heart, that he created me to be that kind of individual. That the people that he allows to come into my life, I don't need no reason to love you because of something. I just love you. Because you're a child of God just like I am. You was created in his likeness, in his image, just like me. And yes, I got some errors just like you. I've got some faults just like you. I've got some shortcomings just like you. So how can I look down on you when I got some shortcomings too? Who told me that I had it so together that I could look down on you when I'm full of faults myself, when I'm full of shortcomings myself, when I don't always get it right myself? How can I look down on you? How can I say that you are less than me? No way. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. God dropped that in my spirit. They may say you nothing, but God said you big stuff to me. You a big deal to me. That's why I can love you, because you a big deal to me. You big stuff to me. And I don't need no reason to love you. I just love you. Can we learn to love like that? I just love you. I love you with all your shortcomings. I love you with all your mishaps. I love you with your faults. When you fall short, I love you even when you don't say things like I think you ought to say them. When you don't do things like I think you ought to do them, I still love you. And in that's why you can test positive. Because you're testing positive in love. What kind of love? That love that has no boundaries. That agape type love. That's the kind of love that tests positive. Test positive. That's why when those odds I felt like was against me before I went and met with that doctor. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, man, this thing can get real ugly. I got to figure out how I'm going to say this and who I'm going to say it to and how I'm going to say it to him. And God said, I already cleaned the slate. I'm still walking with you. I'm still talking with you. I'm still trying to let you know that you're my own. I'm still giving you words in the morning to get up and to share with people. Words of inspiration and encouragement. That don't make me no better than nobody else. I'm just one individual. There's a whole lot of people out there doing a whole lot of stuff, trying to inspire and encourage. And you yourself do that every day and may not even recognize that that's what you are doing. Because every time you rise up, you don't know who's watching you, that need to see you keep walking, that need to see you continue to put one foot in front of the other, that see that you are going through some things, but you're not allowing those things to hold you back and to hold you down. Yeah, there's some people talking against you. There's some people talking about you. There's some people that don't believe in you. There's some people that you supported for years and they won't never support nothing that you do. I don't care how good it is. They'll never support it. But you got to come to grips in your life that God has already tested you positive. That's why you can keep moving. Don't matter who moves out your life. Don't matter who don't want to be a part of your life no more. You ain't got nothing to do with that. God be shifting the grounds underneath you. You trying to keep what he taking out. That divorce you went through, don't worry about that. God wrote that person out the script. God wrote them out. You think it was you. God wrote them out the script. You didn't do nothing wrong. You already know you didn't do nothing wrong. You already know you gave it all you had. So who else could have made a move? God moved them because you never would have moved them. Because you know why? Because you was caught up in the physical of what you saw right there in front of you. No matter how bad it looked, no matter how bad it really was, you was trying to keep that in your life. And God say, I'm about to write this out the script. It don't not only with exes, ex-spouses, whether it be a man or a woman, even friends, people that you call friends, even family members that's not on the same team with you. God wrote them out the script. He already know they was working against you. He already knew that they didn't have good intentions for you. He already knew that. Why you trying to keep people in your life that God done wrote them out the script? Sometimes that's why we so worn down, because we're trying to keep things in our lives that God is trying to get out of our lives. He's trying to take it out. You go back and put it back in there because you're busy trying to hang on to yesterday. And God said, I've already written them out the script, and I've given you your prescription. What prescription? Love, peace, joy, direction, comfort. It's a lot of stuff. When God give you a prescription, because you know why? He in that prescription, he said you tested positive. You don't need no medication for that. See, that prescription that he writes for you, you don't need no prescription. You don't need no medication because it don't got medication nowhere in there. Love don't have medication. It's not a medication. It's not a medication. It's just part of the prescription. You don't have to buy that from the pharmacy because you can't purchase it no way. That peace, you couldn't buy that from the pharmacy. You can't go purchase that. That comfort, you can't purchase God's angels. You can't, that surrounded you. Even this morning when you got up, God's angels surrounded you. What you talking about? What you upset about? What you mad about? What you sad about? What you letting beat you down in life? When God said you tested positive, already, when all the odds were against you, when everybody walked out and the doctor walked in and said, Miss James, it's not cancer. Now, if you think that wasn't a hallelujah time for me, you better think again. But see, God had already told, look here, I'm in this fiery furnace with you. You fireproof. You fireproof. And I can do what I want to do with your life. Because I'm the giver and the taker of life. And so I rode out to the Galveston, out there on the seawall. Let me tell you something. See, God be constantly reminding you, right? So I go out to the seawall and just watching the waters, right? And I watched how the waters would come up to the banks, and then God would pull them back. He bring them up to the bank, the water. He bring it up to the bank, and then he pull it back. And you know what it reminded me? I'm in control of everything. Because if I want to, I can take that water and bring that same water over the seawall and then pull it back. I can bring it. It rained yesterday. It rained last night, right? But I don't hear no rain out there right now. You know what? Because God turned around. He said, I'm going to give y'all some water, and then I'm going to pull it back. I want y'all to know I'm in control. I test positive. I ain't going to flood y'all out today. I'm not going to flood y'all out tonight. Y'all won't be able to get up and get in your cars and move around tomorrow. Because I'm God, and I test positive. You're going to always test positive when you hang on to his unchanging hand. You believe that or not. You can believe that or not. Because he can send it forth and he can take it back. Yes, he can. There's some things in your life already you done tested positive. You good. Keep moving. Don't throw the towel in. Because God done wrote that prescription. And guess what? He wrote it and can't nobody else take it back. That prescription of love. He got you surrounded. All right? I wanted to share that with y'all right quick this morning before I get ready to go to work this morning, go down here to this office. I just pray that you have a good day. And remember this, you test positive when it looked like all the odds were against you. All right? Keep moving in life. Stay positive. Keep your head up. Be encouraged. Be inspired. And not only that, inspire somebody else. Because you're really touching more lives than you know. Because somebody watching you. And the only reason why they had some hope today, because they saw you walking in your hope yesterday, in your truth yesterday, in your faith yesterday. And they can get up because they saw you. You inspired them. You inspire more people than you know. You encouraging more people than you know. Okay? I'm so excited about coming on and sharing with you guys this morning. And before I get off, though, I want to remind you once again to go on to my new business channel. You have to have a business channel in order for them to be able to. It's another way of gaining more audience. That's what they say. Viewers, I say, but they say a larger audience. And so I created another page on my another Facebook page onto I guess you say channel. So it's Electra James Inspirational Talks, just like my YouTube podcast channel. Electra James Inspirational Talks. Go on there, like my page, and follow me on that page. This video will be on that page. And then I'll be making other videos, new videos on that page. So I'd like for you to join me on my business page as well. Again, just go on there on the page and follow me on that page. Like the page and follow me. I guess that's how you do all of that. The young lady was telling me I'm trying to get all this together and grow, because that's what we all trying to do. Just grow from where I'm at. In my morning talks and in my daily talks, I'm starting to try to increase a little bit more so you have more videos to view. I've moved some of my past videos onto the new business page. But again, I ask you to join me on that page as well, because I'm going to be doing some talks on that page as well. And again, it's Electra James Inspirational Talks. And go on there and follow me. I'm just asking you to do that for me this morning, so that I can, so that you can see so you get notifications when I go live on that page as well. Electra James Inspirational Talks. You guys have a wonderful day. It was wonderful speaking to you on this morning. Keep testing positive. All right? Even when it feels like the odds are against you. Bye-bye.